What's also trending is the Victory Day parade, where Russia has invited Prime Minister Modi to attend the Victory Day parade on May 9th. Also on the show, US Trade Rep Jameson Gurr claims that India is willing to reduce tariffs on the United States, and the question that everyone is asking, will India back down? We are bringing to you this and a lot more in tonight's Power Pack Bulletin. This is Trending Today with me, Tanisha Awasthi. Donald Trump's tariffs on 60 countries, which he deems the worst offenders, including 104 duties on China, have come into effect.
The US would be having, in totality, 104% tariffs against China. Now, these high tariffs...
Right now, a 104% tariff. Think of it, 104%. Now, it sounds ridiculous, but they charged us for many items 100%, 125%. Many countries have. They've ripped us off left and right. But now it's our turn to do the ripping.
The additional tariffs on China kicked in after Beijing refused to meet Trump's deadline to withdraw retaliatory levies. Meanwhile, analysts have warned that financial markets will experience more swings up and down. This is induced by uncertainty over how long Trump's stiff tariffs on imports. In Japan, the Nikkei index dropped above 5%. Singapore's STI index slipped 2.4%. South Korea's KOSPI index lost 1.8%. Hong Kong's Hang Seng index slipped 0.4%, and India's Nifty 50 closed 0.61% lower, and Sensex ended 0.51% lower at 73,847. The latest on China versus United States war, Xi Jinping has retaliated with 84% tariffs on United States goods with effect from April 10th, up from the 34% previously that was announced. Joining us live, we have with us economist Akash Chindal. Sir, can you elaborate for our viewers on how Trump's 104% tariff on China will help India gain strategic advantage?
US would be having, in totality, 104% tariffs against China. Now, these high tariffs are going to be highly negative for Chinese economy, US economy, as well as the global economy. And the global economy is expected to go into recession if these tariffs are not reversed. As far as India is concerned, India now, with the current scenario, is going to get some benefit out of this tariff war. Because initially this was a global trade war or a global tariff war. Now it's becoming primarily a US-China trade war. Now, how India would stand to gain is, number one, global portfolio money, which was coming to India, had started going to China. Now it's so high tariffs on China, Chinese economy is going to get into recession because China is totally an export-oriented economy. Chinese economy has already been suffering from deflation, bank issues, debt issues. So that economy is going to be hit severely. So now that global portfolio money, foreign portfolio money, which is going to China, is expected to come to India. That's going to be good for Indian markets. That's going to be good for Indian forex reserves, and that's going to strengthen Indian rupee. Plus, some manufacturing is going to shift to India from China. Then we have a very talented government which has very well tackled the situation. The current Indian government, led by Prime Minister Modi, is a government which is a solution-oriented government. They are still having a dialogue with US and seeing the branding and the image and the popularity of Prime Minister Narendra Modi and his friendship with Donald Trump. I am sure we are going to get our tariffs reversed up to a certain extent. So India would stand to gain, number one, because portfolio money is going to come higher to India. Secondly, manufacturing is going to shift. up to a certain extent to India. Thirdly, what would happen is tie-up between India and US is going to be better because US now has to counter China. To counter China, they need an ally. And who could be a better ally than India in this region in this trade war? So I think what's going to happen is Chinese economy is going to suffer like anything. Globally, there are going to be a lot of job losses. Globally, inflation is going to rise. Now, Donald Trump, perhaps he has been imposing these tariffs because he needs money to offer tax cuts to his own citizens, but his own citizens are complaining now because of higher inflation. But as far as India is concerned, it's going to be perhaps good for us. Today, there has been a repo rate cut. Now, repo cut in India means that now in India, demand and consumption would boom, which would increase our GDP growth, GST collection and income tax collection. Already, we are having a very decent GDP growth, GST collection and income tax collection. So now, on one hand, we are having a tariff war. On the other hand, we are having a repo cut. So we are going to set off some global impact which is going to be there on India. So I think now it would be primarily US-China trade war, which would have a lasting impact on global economy. But India, considering we have a government which is very logical, which is a government which is a solution-oriented government, and considering the Indian economy, that since our Indian economy is domestic demand-driven economy, we are not an export-oriented economy. I think India, end of the day, is going to gain from the current situation.
In the backdrop, several countries like the ones including India are open to lowering tariffs on United States goods. US Trade Representative Jameson Geer said 50 countries had approached him to discuss how to achieve reciprocity. Now, Geer has also pointed out that the Americans' average tariff on agricultural goods is 5%, but India's average tariff is 39%.
Our average tariff on agricultural goods is 5%, but India's average tariff is 39%. You understand the trend here. Our trade deficit, driven by these non-reciprocal conditions, is a manifestation of the loss of the nation's ability to make, to grow, to build. And the president recognizes the urgency of the moment.
Now, India was earlier dubbed Tariff King by Trump. However, both nations are now working on a trade deal that sweetens the pot for United States and India. Meanwhile, RBI's Monetary Policy Committee meet was held earlier today. RBI has cut interest rates by 0.25%. The central bank has also reduced repo rates from 6.25% to 6%, a second cut since February. It has also revised its quarterly growth estimates for financial year 26. Now projecting 6.5% growth in quarter 1, 6.7% in quarter 2 and 6.6%. Joining us live from our digital newsroom on this is my colleagues Pranav Kulkarni and Himanshu. Pranav, Himanshu, yes, please take it away.
Tanisha, basically this move is to give more money in Indian hands. Will this move actually offset some of the losses that is probably happening after Trump's tariff? Is something that Pranav, do you want to add more to it?
Yeah, basically what the RBI has done today is that it has cut the repo rates, which means that the EMIs will go down, which necessarily means that there will be more money in the hands of consumers and people like you and me. And then at this time, we can definitely have options of whether we want to reinvest that money in the stock market. So domestic investors or retail investors in that sense could definitely probably be of help.
Will this actually help India is something that we'll see in coming days, but this definitely is a move that's probably Indian economy is probably better placed after RBI's decision today.
Yeah.
Right.
Tanisha.
Thank you, Himanshu and Pranav, for sharing those details and joining us here on the broadcast. Moving on, Hitesh Gulia created history at the World Boxing Cup in Brazil. He is now the first Indian boxer to claim a gold medal at the high-profile tournament. His historic win is a milestone moment for Indian boxing on the international stage. A sailor with the Indian Navy, Gulia has consistently impressed at the national level. He first clinched a gold medal at the Senior National Boxing Championships. He followed it up with another gold at the 30th Uttarakhand National Games. These wins already cemented his growth dominance in the world of boxing. From a local boxing ring in Haryana's Jhajjar to winning gold at the world stage, Gulia's story nothing is short of inspiration. Upon Gulia's monumental victory, social media went ablaze with fellow countrymen showering praises on boxer's incredible feat. Viewers, Hitesh's tale is one where no matter what hand fate dealt with him, he overcame all the obstacles. The lack of money or his humble background couldn't kill his big dreams. A while back, my colleague Madhurima spoke with the young boxing champion Hitesh Gulia himself. Listen in.
Joining us now is Hitesh Gulia, who's created history by winning gold in the Boxing World Cup of 2025. हितेश जी, धन्यवाद हमसे बात करने के लिए. मेरा पहला सवाल है आपसे कि आप भी एक हम्बल बैकग्राउंड से आए हैं. कितनी मेहनत लगी यहाँ तक पहुँचने में?
मैम, इसके पीछे 10 साल की मेहनत है. 10 साल मैंने बॉक्सिंग को दिए हैं. उसके बाद मैं आज इस काम पर पहुँचा हूँ.
जी, अगर हम कहें तो ये 10 साल की मेहनत की आप बात कर रहे हैं, तो ये 10 साल की प्रिपरेशन किस तरीके से रहती है?
सुबह शाम तो आपको त्योहार मिस करने पड़ते हैं. इसमें फैमिली से दूर रहना पड़ता है और जो आपका पसंदीदा खाना है वो छोड़ना पड़ता है. तब जाके आप ये चीज अचीव करते हैं.
कौन सा आपका पसंदीदा खाना है हितेश जी, जो आपने बिल्कुल छोड़ दिया अपने देश के लिए और उसको ग्लोरी तक लाने के लिए?
मैम, मेरा फेवरेट तो आलू का पराठा है. मैं आलू का पराठा बहुत पसंद है मेरे को. तो मैंने अभी फिलहाल तो मैं रोटी भी बंद कर रखी है. कंपटीशन से पहले मैं पराठा वगैरह कुछ नहीं खाता. ये
एक सवाल मैं आपसे और लूंगी कि आपकी प्रेरणा कौन है, इंस्पिरेशन कौन है जिसने आपको यहाँ तक आगे आने पे मदद करी?
मैम, मेरी फैमिली है. उनसे ज्यादा प्रेरणा मैं कहाँ से लूंगा. मेरे पापा हैं, वो इतने इंस्पिरेशन है उनके. वो मतलब ऐसी सिचुएशन में कभी मतलब बोलते हैं कि हार मत मानो, कभी भी लड़ते रहो बस.
धन्यवाद हमसे बात करने के लिए हितेश जी. थैंक यू सो मच फॉर स्पीकिंग टू अस. दैट वाज हितेश गुलिया, viewers, who just won a gold for the country and made us all proud.
Hot off the plate and straight to your screens. Viewers, this is Hot Trends. Tesla CEO Elon Musk and US President Donald Trump's trade advisor Peter Navarro are embroiled in class-worthy exchange on X. Interestingly, the White House seems to agree and has rubbished their amusing spat, saying boys will be boys. White House press secretary has been captured saying, "We will let their public sparring continue."
Boys will be boys, and we will let their public sparring continue. And you guys should all be very grateful that we have the most transparent administration in history.
Hrithik Roshan, who is currently on a multi-city tour across the United States, is now a recipient of massive backlash after his show in Texas was described as poorly managed even after fans paid up rupees 1.25 lakhs during a meet and greet segment with the actor. A parent recalls having witnessed children being abruptly removed and denied the opportunity to meet Hrithik Roshan. Another fan highlighted issues at a previous Atlanta show, saying the coordination and execution of the Atlanta show was deeply disappointing. China China plans to ban Hollywood movies after saying it will never accept the blackmail nature of the United States. This comes after Donald Trump's escalated tariff threats against Beijing. A ban on American movies would cause upcoming releases like Jurassic World, Rebirth and Mission Impossible sequel to lose out on earning totaling hundreds of millions of dollars. As per US Trade Representative Jimson Gear, India is among several countries now expressing willingness to lower tariffs in response to sweeping United States trade measures. Gear noted that approximately 50 countries have approached the United States to negotiate relief from Trump's broad-based import tariffs. A sudden electrical malfunction triggered a series of fires, panic and destruction in a village in Karnataka. Since then, several videos of the terrifying incident have since gone viral, capturing dramatic visuals of sparks leaping from electric poles, smoke rising from rooftops and scorched interiors of homes. Russia has officially sent an invitation to Prime Minister Narendra Modi to attend the May 9 celebrations. This marks the 80th anniversary of victory over Germany in the World War III. NASA astronaut Don Petit has shared marvelous video from the International Space Station before the docking of the Soyuz spacecraft. The video showed an altitude change of the station and its course correction for the docking procedure. The nighttime time-lapse footage from the station's cupola window also featured stunning green auroras that were triggered due to the solar activity. A 90-foot pyramid submerged just off the coast of Japan is turning heads and could shake up everything we thought we knew about ancient civilizations. Shaped like a massive steeped pyramid, the ancient structure rises nearly 90 feet from the seafloor and appears to be made entirely of stone. Amid dating rumors, RJ Mahesh shared a heartfelt note for cricketer Yuzvendra Chahal. She went on to promising to support him like a rock. Mahesh was spotted cheering for Yuzvendra Chahal as his team took on Chennai in an IPL clash. Startling locals, thousands of dead were found washed up on Canterbury's Birdlings Flat Beach. Officials confirmed the deaths were natural, the reason being poorly timed overnight migration during the seasonal turn heat. In tonight's IPL showdown, Gujarat locks horns with Rajasthan in the 23rd match of the IPL 2025 at the Narendra Modi Stadium in Ahmedabad. As per their track record, one of the 6 times they have clashed against each other, Gujarat has secured a win 5 times. This IPL encounter is expected to be a blockbuster clash in Ahmedabad. The pitch in Ahmedabad is renowned for being batting friendly. Although fast bowlers may have the upper hand early on, the ball generally starts coming onto the bat more comfortably as the match progresses, allowing batsmen to score boundaries more easily. All eyes would be on top Gujarat players like skipper Shubman Gill and Jos Buttler, who are likely to turn the match into a high-running chasing showdown. However, explosive Rajasthan cricketers like Sanju, Jofra Archer and Harsaranga would want to secure a big win for their side. Joining us live on this, we have Himanshu Shekhar, who is joining us live from the Digital News Flow. Himanshu, what is it that the viewers will have to look forward to as far as the match is concerned?
Well, Tanisha, it's an IPL match, and it's the saying is it's a game of silly games, silly shots, but great future. So there are a lot of things to look forward to. Right now, the news from the Narendra Modi Stadium is that Rajasthan Royals have decided to bowl first. So they would probably like to restrict Gujarat Titans to 175 to 200. That should be anything less than 175 will be a tricky thing for Gujarat Titans. I'm hoping this could be a great game. Shubman Gill and Sanju Samson are fierce competitors, and they are great hitters of the ball. So whosoever probably will hold the nerve will probably win this game. This is not a game which is probably a knockout or a game for the finals or something. But yes, a win here will be extremely important for both the team as the points table stands at the moment.
Right, Himanshu, thank you very much for sharing those details. All eyes will be on the match today. Now, viewers, it is time to take you through all the fast and zippy trends. This is Fast Takes for you. A proposed bill in the United States Congress is threatening to upend the optical practical training program, a vital work authorization initiative for international students. This move has sent shockwaves through the Indian student community in the United States, with over 3 lakh students potentially affected. The proposed bill could force these students to leave the United States immediately after graduation, disrupting their career prospects and financial stability. India has cleared the mega deal to buy 26 Rafale marine fighter aircraft from France. The government-to-government deal worth rupees 63,000 crore has been cleared. Indian Navy will get 22 single-seater and 4 twin-seater aircraft as per the deal. Continuing its economic onslaught, United States President Donald Trump said on Tuesday that Washington is planning to announce a major tariff on pharmaceutical imports soon. India's pharmaceutical sector, one of the most dependent domestic industries on trade with America, could be significantly impacted by the move. The calls for MS Dhoni to bat higher in the order were finally heard as the Chennai Super Kings stalwart walked out to bat at the number 5 spot in the Indian Premier League 2025 match against Punjab. Dhoni hit 27 runs in just 12 balls but could not take his team over to the line while chasing a gigantic target of nearly 220 runs. Paris Hilton has expressed her grand wish of modeling her own company after the metronomical giant Disney. Hilton's epistemic remark about reimagining 1111 media in the business style that Bob Iger employs at Disney came amidst CNBC Changemakers Summit, where the social media sensation was invited as a leading businesswoman. Indian cricketing icon Virat Kohli reportedly removed all brand endorsements from his Instagram profile after there was no official statement, however, from the batting sensation on this. Fans speculate that the move followed Chiku's previous decision to redirect time towards cricket and personal life rather than social media distractions. Ahead of the Champions League clash between Aston Villa and French champions PSG, the supporters of rival clubs were involved in a violent brawl that raked the streets of Paris. Footage captured showed the two groups hurling punches, chairs, and even glasses at each other. IMF has reached a preliminary agreement with Argentina on $20 billion bailout, providing a welcome reprieve to President Javier as he seeks to reform the South American nation's dwindling economic order. Pakistani actor Fawad Khan's big comeback to Bollywood has emitted strong reactions, with some surrendering the Khoobsurat star, with others reinstating their demands for a de facto ban on all Pakistani artists. Khan will be seen next in Vivek Agarwal's rom-com directorial Abir Gulal. in a sensational move aimed at modernizing Indian currency and combat counterfeiting, the Reserve Bank of India unveiled new designs for the Rs 10 and Rs 500 notes. Central Bank, speaking on this decision, stated that these innovative enhancements were part of an ongoing effort to ensure safer, more efficient currency in circulation. Viewers, now I leave you with the visuals of Indian Army conducting an integrated firepower exercise in deserts of Rajasthan, which showcases the combat readiness for executing relentless operations in challenging terrain. Watch these stunning visuals as I bid you goodbye.
Amity has been ranked among the top universities globally for producing the most employable graduates by the Times Higher Education UK. Yet another testimony to Amity's excellent placement record.
अब आया असली स्वाद।
अब आया स्वाद।
जब स्वाद के पड़े हो लाले तो MDH का चंकी चाट मसाला डालें। MDH का चंकी चाट मसाला।
MDH.
That also gives me the license to guarantee you brilliance on behalf of IIHM.
One of the biggest dangers to our country are negative influencers, dirty influencers. These are people who are there on digital mediums only to get numbers, and what they do has had a very negative effect on our society. We all know about it. But together, you and I can change that. Republic is starting an influencer incubator program where you can be part of creating some world-class content that is nation first, that helps our country, that creates awareness. And you can work with me here on this campus as part of the first phase of the Republic Influencer Incubator program, which is the Positive Influencers program. The Positive Influencers program, which is going to be run from the Republic Media Campus, which is the largest newsroom in Asia, aims to bring together a diverse set of people from across the country. You can work from where you are, you can work with me here on this campus to create content.
Countdown for mega expose on Pakistan begins. 2611 mastermind to be brought to India in 24 hours. Pakistan finally nailed. India gets Tahabur Rana. Debating tonight at 9 p.m.
Amity has been ranked among the top universities globally for producing the most employable graduates by the Times Higher Education UK. Yet another testimony to Amity's excellent placement record.
आपके घर के खाने में रेस्टोरेंट जैसा स्वाद ले आए MDH का शाही पनीर मसाला। पनीर को क्या मस्त बना डाला।
This Ori, Ranveer Alabadia, Samay Raina, Apurva Makhija, this dirty influencer brigade are examples of the worst which has happened to one Indian generation. And while others from their generation do the country proud, achieve academic laurels globally, embark on space and AI startups, create and generate jobs, and contribute to the future of Bharat, these Auris, these Samay Rainas, these Ranveer Alabadias make us look away in shame and in disgust. Clean up the digital garbage heap with OTT platforms, YouTube comedians, and so-called dirty influencers running wild. It was only a matter of time before someone put a leash on this filth factory. You see, this is not comedy. It's a race to the bottom, where shock replaces skill and vulgarity, dirt masquerades as wit. Enough is enough.
One of the biggest dangers to our country are negative influences, dirty influences. These are people who are there on digital mediums only to get numbers, and what they do has had a very negative effect on our society. We all know about it. But together, you and I can change that. Republic is starting an influencer incubator program where you can be part of creating some world-class content that is nation first, that helps our country, that creates awareness. And you can work with me here on this campus as part of the first phase of the Republic Influencer Incubator program, which is the Positive Influencers program. The Positive Influencers program, which is going to be run from the Republic Media Campus, which is the largest newsroom in Asia, aims to bring together a diverse set of people from across the country. You can work from where you are, you can work with me here on this campus to create content on anything which you feel, if it proliferates, if it spreads, will have a positive impact on our people. It could be in the area of health, technology, defense, awareness, current affairs, politics, or even history, science and technology. I know there are a lot of you out there who have the talent, and all that you want is the reach. And Republic is doing this to give your content the reach. Together, all of us can come together and create a content revolution in our country. The digital medium, the growth of digital in our country is one of the most fascinating things, but you can use it in a positive way for the country, or you can use it in a negative way for our country. There are too many people who are using the digital medium to make a quick buck. But together, all of us, if we become one unit that's working in national interest, that believes in nation first, then through the Positive Influencer program, we can change the way the digital medium works in our country. So come, I welcome you to work with me here on the Republic campus as part of the Positive Influencer program. Here on the Republic Media campus, you will have access to great infrastructure, a warm and welcoming professional environment, and of course, the best production values. Now, if you have the content and you feel it needs the finish, it needs to be worked on, or that you would benefit from working in an environment where there are many other content creators like you, then you can be here. You can work with me here in the Republic newsroom. You can work from home. You can make it 50-50. You can make it work the way you want. As long as you believe that the content you create, and we believe that the content you create, will make our nation number one, will be one solid contribution towards the Viksit Bharat, then you can be part of this wonderful program. The initiative I announced in the presence of the Prime Minister at the Republic Summit, which is the Republic Positive Influencer Program. So come, work with me, work with us. Let's make a difference for our country.
From the Republic Media Network headquarters, it's time for Arnab Goswami on The Debate.